When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of being a designer. And I always played dress up with my mother's clothes. I always took jewelry and broke it all up, which she didn't appreciate a whole lot, but I still always took her jewelry, and I would take the little stones for jewelry and I would put it on different things, especially on paper dolls. I love to play with paper dolls. I never could draw very well, still can't draw very well, but I am wonderful when it comes to a pair of scissors and paper. I can sit around and cut out shapes and designs, and that's basically where all of my designs come from. My girlfriends would come over and I would make the dresses for the paper dolls, and then we would take the stones and we would stick those in their ear and we'd make necklaces. So that's why I've always enjoyed designing, and it's just more or less a hobby to me. It's really not work, it's a pleasure. I remember years ago, my mom used to always wear scarves, and I would make dresses out of the scarves. I would do just neat things with scarves. So now, since scarves are really a big trend, I'm still getting to play in scarves. And today I really want to show you some wonderful ways for you to be able to wear your scarves. Because every lady that I've ever talked to, the first thing they say to me is, "Oh, I get the scarves home and all I do is just basically wear it one time and I stick it back in the drawer." Well, that's not what we really want you to do. We want you to wear your scarves. It's time to get them out of the drawer, and let's start wearing scarves again. I hope today that this is going to teach you how to wear scarves and have fun with them. You do have to practice on wearing scarves. You can't just, the first time that you tie it around your neck, expect it to look right. I had to practice, you're going to have to practice, okay? Basically, there is two shapes of scarves. There is a square and there is an oblong. That's all you need to worry about. There is different sizes. I find whenever I'm working with scarves, the best sizes to work with is size 32, 36, and 48-inch square. Now, if you're working with an oblong, there's lots of different size oblongs, and today I will show you different looks that you can get with an oblong, if you're using an oversized oblong or if you're using a small oblong. First of all, we're going to take and we're going to fold the scarf into a triangle. And as you see, I don't fold it into a perfect triangle because we don't want the ends showing on the other side when you get it on. Place it around the neck. Also, all of the clips work exactly the same. They work like a pair of earrings. They just clip, open, okay? The clips should always be next to the chest. Here, we're going to take and we're going to push this through. This is going to give you the size of the bow that you're going to get. Take and clip it down, open it up, just like a butterfly, and you get a perfect bow every time. We're going to take a square scarf and we're going to fold it in half, and then take opposite corners, place it around the neck, get your ends nice and straight, then take your clip, pull it up through. Here you can get that triangle collar effect. Bring it straight on up, and you get a square collar. Then to get that wonderful jabot look, take both edges at the same time and pull straight down until your corner pops through. Do the same on the opposite side. Clip it down, fan it out, gives you that wonderful jabot look. Now we're going to take a square scarf, fold it over about an inch and a half. We're going to make a great blouse to wear with that suit. Take and you tie a small knot in the back, and at the waist just tie a small knot. And if the scarf isn't large enough, that's okay. Just tuck it into your pants or into your skirt. You can also take a nice belt and you can belt it as well. Here, what we're doing is just pulling it until it fits you. Put the jacket on. That gives that wonderful blouse. A lot of times you don't have the right collar to go with your suit jacket. This way you always have the right color. You can always get the right shape of your scarf also. We're using a square scarf again. I want you to take and pleat the scarf. And the first time that I ever tied a scarf, I certainly didn't do it this fast, so it does take practice. You can't expect to take the scarf, put it around your neck, and it's in perfect shape that time. It's sort of like your hair. You got to touch it, you got to fluff it, you got to work with it. So have fun with them. Don't be intimidated with your scarves. Here we're going to take the ends and pull it through. Get your ends nice and even. Once again, clip it down, fan it out, and it gives that wonderful fan effect. This is real good also to wear underneath of a jacket. Now I'm going to start showing you some different oblongs that you can use. Going to take it. This is an oversized oblong. Take and fold it. Just keep pleating. By the way, this is Dina. She's my model today. Bring it around. Got your clip all open. Take and pull it through. And then this opening right here, that's where you're going to take the rest of your pleats and you're going to push it up through. Also, you know, when you're working with a scarf, you have to realize what texture you are working with also. Not all textures work the same, so just play with it and see if you can get the effect that you're wanting. This time we're going to use an oblong scarf again, and we're going to fold the oblong in half. And you're going to take and place the folded edge next to the neck. Get your ends straight. And this is basically the same way that I did a while ago with the square one, only we're using an oblong this time. And the way that you always get the bow is from the fold of the scarf. Take, pull it, and then open it up. That gives you that wonderful bow. Also, you can take and wear it to the side, but if you want that same look, and you want it a little bit closer up, you start a little closer up. A while ago, I started down here. Now we're going to start here. This is a great way to wear this with a jacket. It more or less makes a wonderful blouse for you again. So you really can't see that she doesn't have a blouse on or whatever. So it does, you can use it for a blouse. Of course, you can always use your scarves around the waist as well. Just take this oblong scarf. You can see that I really like to use a basic black dress or a basic off-white dress. A no collar is real good just to have a jewel neck, because then you can accessorize yourself. Just take your scarf. Once again, we're going to show the little bow here. Just take and pull it through. This is a great look for holiday. You can put on a wonderful necklace. You can change your earrings. Today we really don't have time to change every pair of earrings and all, but you definitely want to use large earrings is always good, because if you're putting scarves around your neck, they're a little bit overstated. You don't want to wear a little small pair of earrings, so make sure that you totally accessorize yourself. I know a lot of you ladies out there have had your color done, and you know if you're supposed to wear gold or you're supposed to wear silver. And the scarf clips and the scarf magics, they all come in gold or silver, so that's not going to be a problem for you. Also, if you've had your colors done, and a lot of times you find a dress and it's the wrong shade, it's the wrong color, it's very easy to buy a scarf that goes with your color. So don't go out and just always buy that new outfit just because you've had your color done and the colors are all wrong. Buy you some scarves. Put them around your face. That's where your color, you've got to get your different color from, is by the color that's close to your face, not what's down past your waist. Here we're going to take and do the old cow neck. Why I have this tag sticking out here, by the way. Make sure after you purchase your scarf, cut the little tag off. Nothing looks any worse than to go around with your tag hanging out. You can just take and clip it, then it just sort of feathers out. All of the little strings will just pull right out. So make sure you cut those tags off. Take and fold the square scarf. You can get that old cow neck look. Bring it on around and you get that bib look. Just take and pull your ends through. Just fan it out. Once again, get it in place so that you look great. I've been showing you all the different ways that you can use a scarf clip. Now I want to show you how you can use a scarf magic. This is an item that I design and manufacture in our plant. Each one of them have a pin on the back side of them so that you can attach it after you want to pull your scarf through. They're the simplest thing that you can possibly use in tying a scarf. So let me show you all the different ways. Here, once again, we're just going to take and we're going to fold the scarf into a triangle. Take both ends and pull it through. Now, you can't get much easier than that now, can you? Just take it and just drape it. Once again, you would just pin it in place. Now, I'm not going to be showing you and I'm not going to pin each one of them, but that's the way that you should look. Here we're going to take a challis scarf, which is a 48-inch scarf. Fold it into a triangle. Place it on the shoulder. Here you've got a large opening. All you do is you just pull it up through, pin it in place. That way you don't lose your scarf, you don't have to belt it down. You see the beauty of the scarf. There's two ways that you can use your circle also. By taking and folding the scarf. Basically you're going to be folding it into a bias scarf. You want that little bit more tailored look. Just take, pull it up, and you're ready to go to work. I've had so many people to say to me, oh, why didn't I think to make these scarf magics? Well, let me tell you how I come up with it. I was one of you. I used to put on a scarf. I would tie it in a knot, and there'd be a big old knot sticking out here. I would get it up on my shoulder and I'd look good. By the time I left the house, my knot would be down here. I'd put it back up. So I really got tired of it. So one morning I was getting dressed and that just kept happening to me. So I went over to the office and I got out my paper and my scissors, going back to my paper doll days, and I cut out a shape. And I took it back to the metal shop and I said, hey guys, I want you to shear cut this out. And then I took a hammer and I sat there and I started hammering on it. And I said, this is going to be wonderful for scarves. We put a pin on the back side of it. And by the way, this is the first design that I made on the Scarf Magic. So I ran over to my office, I put my scarf on. It looked great. I was so pleased with it. So that's how I basically come up with the Scarf Magic designs, because I couldn't wear a scarf either. So don't be intimidated because you don't know how to wear a scarf, because not everybody out there does, that's for sure. Okay, here we're going to take and we're going to fold the scarf. We're going to bring it across the shoulder. Instead of tying that big old knot, just take it, run it through your loop. And each one of the loops work the same way, either if it's a circle or if it's one of the two-hole ones. Here, we're going to show you how to use the twin hose. We've showed you the loop, we showed you the circle, and every one of them basically work the same way, whether you want to wear it around the neck or if you want to wear it at the waist. This time we're going to show you at the waist. Just fold. You could, of course, use an oblong scarf or a square scarf with this. just take both ends, and you would want your hose up at the top, not at the bottom, okay, so that it will lay right. Take and push it through, and then take it back through the other hose. That gives you that wonderful waist wrap. When you're wearing a scarf, you really don't just have to wear a scarf and a scarf clip. You can also wear jewelry with your scarf. Here we're going to show you that you can get that nice chunky look. She has her earrings on and she has her necklace. And you can still wear a scarf as well. This is one of these hard ones again, so all you do is just pull it through and you would pin it in place. And as you can see how I'm standing here and I'm patting this is what you've got to be able to do too. Stand there, get it in place, make it look good before you go out. When I'm out doing these scarf demos, people are always asking me, well, what size earrings should I wear? What size necklace, or should I even wear a necklace? Well, I feel like that you can wear basically anything that you feel good in. But I will say this, if you're going to be wearing an item this size, you don't want to be wearing a small little earring. You do want to portion yourself out. So keep that in mind also. Also, whenever you're getting your scarf clips, keep in mind if you have a pair of earrings that will go with that, because you do want it to match. You would want your finishes to match, whether it's shiny or where it is a matte looking finish. You want it to be gold or you want it to be silver. Just get that total look. You know if you look good or not, right? Here we're just going to take and we're going to fold the scarf again into that old triangle. This time we're going to put a little collar on her. We're going to show you the two-hole. A while ago I showed you how to use it on the waist. Now we're going to show you how to use it at the neck. By just taking and pull both ends through, tie it one time. You don't have to tie it in a knot. It's not going to go anywhere. Take these ends. You don't want these little rabbit ears sticking out. So just take it, push it back through on each side. Now don't you wish you had come up with this idea, since it's so easy? Once again, you would just pin this in place. When you're selecting your scarves, you need to make sure that you're picking the right color. You need to know what size that you're wanting to wear. What look are you really wanting? I think after you have seen the tape today that you'll be able to realize that what size scarf, what look you're really after. So if you're using a scarf clip, you need to either buy a silk scarf, a cotton scarf, or a poly scarf. Those are lighter weight scarves, so the clip works much better. If you're going to be wearing a chalet scarf, you need to be buying the loop. That's what these loops are for. And there's basically only 3 shapes in the Scarf Magic. You have your loop, you have your two-hole, and you have your circle. And each one of them does a different function. So I think you've seen though today, it is easy to use the Scarf Magic. I have met so many of you in the past years when I'm out doing demonstrations in the stores, and the one question they always say to me, oh, I can't do this when I get home. Yes, you can do this. This is why that I have made this video for you, so that you can sit home, get in front of the mirror, and practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. You won't learn it the first time, so just keep on practicing. And everyone keeps saying to me, oh, I wish you could go home with me. Well, here I am.